Joe Samaniego from Pit Road right here at Portland International Raceway. Let's go walk down Pit Road. One of the big things, we are here for Formula E, the ABB Formula E World Championship, Portland e-prix. This year is very exciting. We have two races this year, not just one, but two races. First practice got done. Antonio Felix da Costa was the fastest. Norman Nato, second fastest. Yesterday, Michael Andretti in the press conference said Norman Nato's future not exactly 100% secure.
Well, Jake will be with us. We're still working on the second driver at the moment. We haven't made a decision yet. We have quite a few options at the moment, so we're just trying to see what we think is going to be best. Always good to have options.
We're now coming up on one of the teams that's looking to just change their luck. Apt Motorsports Racing, Nico Moller, Lucas Di Grassi. Their season has been a bit rough, and for Lucas Di Grassi, I think this has been a couple rough few seasons where people are going to start speculating on his future in Formula E. How many more years of racing does he have left in this series? He started off, won the very first race, got a championship later on in his career here. Always a perennial contender, but just the last few years, he is not the same Lucas Di Grassi as before. Another team that's not the same, Mahindra Racing. I can see a lot of the fans checking out the team. They were fast originally, getting a couple wins here there, especially with Felix Rosenqvist, who made the leap to IndyCar. Not so much lately, but they got Nick DeVries, Eduardo Montoya, two drivers, hoping to bring their extensive experience in Formula E back to winner's circle. Let's talk about ERT racing. Sergio Settle Camera, tough day yesterday. Went off track, ended up on the drag strip, trying to get back on the track. Dan ticked him. It's just been one of those years. I think he was anticipating a lot more, just not happening. I think a lot of folks were surprised. He stuck around rather than try to shop around for a ride. Here's a very popular team, and they were looking good this morning in Formula One. Neil McLaren, Sam Bird, Jake Hughes. Sam Bird, a very up and down season. The highlight, though, getting that win. The low light, missing those races because of the hand injury, tough break. But McLaren, they always bring the crowd out. One of the most popular teams in motorsports, across motorsports. If you're a driver, though, you are always under pressure to perform. It's very interesting. We have Sasha Furstenstein, and then the number 22, Caio Collet, substituting for Oliver Rowland, who is sick, not at the track. Tough break for the Nissan team, especially for Rowland. Right behind Mitch Evans in the standings, he's going to miss out. Maserati Racing, Maximilian Gunther. A lot of people are seeing him as the leader of this team. Of course, his rookie teammate. Trying to just get some good results here and there, get some good finishes. If he could get a good finish, score some points this weekend in both races, that's just going to build momentum, especially for his future if that's in Formula E. And Diaz Automotive, Penske, John Erickner, Stoffel Van Dorn. Last year at this race, they both got a penalty for having a barcode scanner set up at the pit road entry. They're looking to have a better race weekend. If they could just start where they qualify, that'll be a huge improvement compared to last year, where the two of them were getting penalties. Now, of course, last year in this race, we had a big impact by the draft, the pack racing, the peloton racing. We saw a ton of overtaking. We saw the big pack racing like you anticipate at super speedway racing. It caught a lot of drivers by surprise last year. This year, though, I think all the drivers are anticipating it. The one question is, will we see that same level, or have the drivers figured it out more, where they're going to try to spread the field out? Could we see maybe two packs, a lead group and a second group? It'll be interesting to find out. If there is a lead group, look for Antonio Felix da Costa to be in that lead group. He has been fast again here. Finished on the podium last year. You can see F1 Ellie interviewing a member of the team. A lot of folks are going to be watching that team, and especially Pascal Wehrlein with his championship hopes. And here's a fast guy so far this weekend, Norman Nato. He'll love to be back in Formula E next year. Jake Dennis, he'll be back here. He'll be ready. Norman Nato wants to secure his future in Formula E. Now let's go to Jaguar, and Jaguar is having a great season.
Yep.
in the preseason, I said they would have to come out strong, not have a slow start in years past. They've done that, especially Nick Cassidy with podium win. He is leading the points. If he could get another win here, he could really reduce the number of championship contenders. Mitch Evans, from 20th last year on the grid to 4th place finish, if he could have a solid qualifying effort and start up front, he could stay up front. He will love that. And then, of course, the championship team and the team's championship from last year, Sebastian Buemi, Robert Freins, front stall of the pit area. Both of them didn't exactly show pace yesterday. They're looking for a little bit more pace today. So it's going to be really interesting to see what those teams can do when it comes to qualifying today. So that is the pit road tour here at Portland International Raceway. Of course, qualifying is coming up shortly. After qualifying, Nicole and I will recap qualifying, make predictions on the race, encourage everyone, pick a winner. It's up across social media at Grid Network TV. Don't miss out on it. And then we'll have a recap of today's Portland e-prix. And tomorrow, we'll be back here again for the second race. Joe Samaniego from the Grid Network. Thank you for watching, and a big thank you to our Patrons investors for investing in us, making this weekend possible for Nicole and I.